Welcome to your Faith Update. It was just the other day that I had to charge my mouse. Now again, charging mouses weren't something you had to do that awfully long ago. You just had batteries, had to replace them. However, I gotta admit, it is quite convenient. Nonetheless, I plugged in my mouse, let it charge for a while, and then after unplugging it, I began to use it. But I didn't understand what was going on. I couldn't find my pointer. I moved my mouse around and I would see flashes of it, but I couldn't figure out where in the world it was. As a matter of fact, I finally did find it, and I realized when I went up, it went down. When I went right, it went left. When I went left, it went right. And when I went down, it went up. Everything was opposite, and it was driving me crazy. And then it dawned on me, hey, is that mouse positioned properly? I looked over, and sure enough, it was upside down. I had had it turned around when I unplugged it, and unfortunately it was causing everything to go crazy. Well, the Bible tells us in Isaiah 5:20, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You know, it seems to me that we live in a world that's upside down. What should be up is down. What's down is up. The fact is as believers, the Word of God defines what up is and what down is. And for me, it was so frustrating trying to operate and use a mouse that was designed for up being up and down being down, and now it was all opposite. It was all upside down. Well, you know what? For the world, that's one thing. I can understand how they can accept upside down. But for believers and those in the church of God, there's no excuse for that. Again, we have a Bible, the Word of God, that defines what is good and what is evil, what is right and what is wrong. And you know, it should disturb us. It should upset us. It should create conflict within us when we see things that are right being described as wrong and things that are wrong being described as right. Now, again, I understand that we can't always have everything perfect in our world. But remember, the reason it's not perfect is because of sin. And therefore, the world is going to see things differently than we do. They don't have Christ living in them, and they don't follow the Word of God. But as believers, it should bother us when we see things that are right being called wrong, wrong being called right. Our guide is the Word of God. Let's make sure that we're not upside down like the world is. Let's make sure that we're doing things the way God intended. May God bless you, and may you have a wonderful day.